Heidi, what are Instagram Reels? That's pretty much what my inbox has looked like for the past couple weeks. So this video is for you if you've asked that question. I'm gonna tell you what an Instagram Reel is. I'm gonna show you how an actor or performer can benefit from Instagram Reels, and I'll show you step by step how to create one. Let's do this. Instagram Reels is very similar to TikTok, where you can create 15-second videos. You can set them to music, you can add cool effects and stickers, and then you can share it to your stories, to your profile, or to the Explore tab. Now, one reason to use Instagram Reels, especially right now, it's a new feature in Instagram, and we all know that Instagram likes to push out new features so more people use them. The proof is in the numbers. Look at these views on my last 3 Reels, much higher than I would have had I just put a video in my feed or a video on my stories. Now, whether you're using TikTok or Reels, this kind of content is a perfect way for an actor to show off their talents. So whether you sing, whether you dance, whether you act, use TikTok, use Reels as a platform, as a stage to show us what you've got. Now, if you haven't created a Reel and you've never used TikTok, what I encourage you to do is actually to go to the Explore feed and look at the first video at the top. That will be a Reel. Then in the bottom left corner, you're gonna hit that little Reel icon and you'll be brought to a feed just of Instagram Reels. And I encourage you today just to go in, scroll through and see what people are creating and use that to get inspired and see how the platform works. Now let's quickly talk about how an actor or a performer might benefit and use Instagram Reels. Well, first, obviously, if you do musical theater and you sing or you dance, or you act, it is a stage. It's a virtual stage where you have 15 seconds to show us your talents. And number 2, because of the nature of the camera itself, which we'll talk about in a second, where you can actually stop and start numerous times in those 15-second clips, you can actually do a scene with yourself. So you can shoot a really fast clip right now with this one character and then change your clothes, do one with another character, and then stop the camera and do the line as somebody else. You can actually do an entire scene with yourself because of this camera. And like I said, I'll show you how that works in just a couple minutes. Another thing that you see on TikTok is called a POV. It's a point of view. So you really write a scene for yourself with only one side of the dialogue. It's you performing the scene at the camera. Now here's an example from TikTok that I love that will kind of give you the idea of what this might be. You can take this same concept and use it on Reels and actually showcase your acting ability. Really, the possibilities are endless. You can use it to inspire, to educate. You can use it to show a day in the life or behind the scenes like this one right here that I love. Let's be honest, it's called Instagram Reels, but this is not a place to upload 15 seconds of your reel. Neither is TikTok, guys. It's a place to be creative and create interactive, fun, short form content. So now that you know what it is, how an actor might use it, let's hop into my phone, into Reels, and create one together. All right, so let's create a Reel. To get to Reels, you need to go into the Stories camera. That is the little camera up at the top, or your profile icon. We're in the Stories camera, which as you can see looks a little bit different thanks to Reels. What you want to do is you want to look down below and you want to hit Reels. Okay, we are in the Reels camera. You have 2 options here. Right down here, you can upload something directly from your camera roll, up to 15 seconds, or you can use this button right here to record for up to 15 seconds. This button here is just like any other camera feature on social media. You're gonna decide, are you looking at me? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? And the X here will take us out of Reels and back into Stories. But let's make the decision to create one ourselves. Okay, and here are some of our options. Now, if you are creating a Reel that centers around a piece of music, so maybe you're dancing, maybe you're singing, maybe you're lip singing, maybe you're trying to match your voice to another audio, then you're going to want to add an audio first. When you do that, you're gonna get the whole audio library here. You can go first with For You. These are going to be some trending music. Then you can also browse. These are a nice, easy to find categories, even by genres and moods at the end. You can also go into search and search for any song you like. I'm choosing this one. So we can use the slider here to decide what part of that song we actually want This may be a little more random, but you might also have an idea of what segment of that song you want. I'm looking for this part right here. Perfect, we picked our audio. Now, in what I just showed you, I had an idea for what the song would be in my reel. If you don't know what to use, what I suggest is that you go to the Reels tab, you scroll through, and you see what audios and what other music other people are using. If you find something you like, all you have to do is go down to the caption here, and you can see the name of the song. You click on it, and then you can decide right there at the bottom to use this audio. And then it will be listed right here, and you can create your reel from there. Perfect, we have selected our audio there. The next button right there is our speed. If I was trying to maybe learn a dance move or lip singing to somebody or trying to match somebody's text that they're actually saying in their audio, then moving to 2x here will make it a whole lot easier to do, and it'll also make it look like I'm actually saying the words. For the purpose of this, I am just gonna keep it normal. Under that, we have our face filter. These are our AR filters, very much like the ones that you use on stories or over on Snapchat. Let me show you how they work. You click on one and they show up down below, just like on stories, right? So I could have it raining. It may just be a little bit a cool vintage filter. I kind of love this one. Maybe it's gonna turn me into an avocado, which is really disturbing. Another one I really like is the green screen effect. And it can be very useful for reels. And it looks like this, right? So what I can do is I actually can hit add media and I can upload something from my camera roll. Like this picture of my daughter at the beach. So you can see it's a green screen effect. It's pretty cool and it can be fantastic for your reels. I'm gonna X out of this because I don't need it. Now if you go all the way to the end of the filters here and you click on it, you're gonna be brought to the effects gallery and you're gonna find tons of filters and effects made by creators that you can use in your stories and here on Reels. So we have audio, we have speed, we have face filters, and then we have a timer. This can be really useful if you have music and if you want to go hands-free. Let me show you. So all I have to do is click on it, and then I decide how long I want this first clip to be. From listening to the audio before this, I know it's about 9.6 seconds, so I choose that and I hit the big blue set timer. All right, let's try to recreate the reel that I already made on Instagram Reels. Because I have this timer set, guys, all I have to do is hit this button here and it's gonna give me a countdown timer, so I'm ready to shoot. Let's do this. So there you go. You can see the red bar at the top. This is one video clip. The really cool thing about this camera, it's the same as TikTok, we can actually film multiple clips within 15 seconds. Now with this reel that I'm showing you right now, this would be it. But if I wanted to add something different, I could just hold it down and stop. There you go. And I just showed you another cool trick. If you hold down this record button and move it up, it's actually a zoom in feature that you can use while you're recording. But now you can see I have one clip here that's about 10 seconds and another clip here that's about 4 seconds. I could still add another one at the end if I wanted to. Now you may have noticed something else popped up the minute we did that. This is called the align feature. And what it does, I'm gonna hold it down so you can see. It brings up kind of a translucent image of the last frame of the previous video. So what you can now do is reposition yourself to exactly where you were and start recording again for the next clip. So I could align myself here as much as I can and then hit record, okay? This can be really cool for some more advanced editing features and tricks here on Reels. But like I said, that button for align will only pop up if you've already made one clip. All right. Okay, as you create your clips, you are going to want to go back and look at them as you shoot. So we would have wanted to look at this first one before we did that because you can only edit your last clip. Let me show you. If you want to go back and watch what you see, you just go to this back arrow. And now we're in that last clip we did where I zoomed in, the clip when we were just playing around. But you can see at the bottom here, we can trim the clip. We can cut out the beginning, we can cut out the end, we can make it what we want. And you have to do these edits as you go along, plus you need to do them before we move on to the next step when we add text and stickers and any drawing tool elements. Now in this example, we don't want this clip at all, so let's just hit that trash can and throw it away. Okay? Now we're back to this first clip. We can actually go back and edit it now if we like. Let's go back and look at it. After watching it, I'm just gonna trim the front of it just a little bit, and then we're good. I'm gonna hit that white arrow right there. And now I have my clip. I'm ready to move on and add some bells and whistles and stickers to my reel. So I hit that white arrow, and now we can add extras that you see at the top. The first arrow is saving our reel, and it will save it without music. This is just if you want it for another time. We also have stickers here. This is just like Instagram stories. You can add GIFs. You can search for whatever you want here. Then next we have that little drawing tool, that little squiggle. We can actually draw on top of our reel. We have the same pen options as Instagram stories, the regular pen. This next one is the arrow. Then we have the translucent little see-through pen. Then we've got our neon pen. And we have our eraser tool where we can erase, just like Instagram stories. You can hit undo if you don't want what you created. And next is our text tool. It's exactly like Instagram stories. You can use the slider on the left to make the text bigger or smaller. We have all sorts of text options down on the bottom right above the keyboard there. Let me type my first piece of text here. Now I can change the background on it. Let's see, I can make it solid. I can make it transparent. We write the second word. Right, and check on yourself. We choose the color and we can drag it wherever we want. Now you can see here on the bottom we have all different text options. You're not limited to the first thing that comes up. We can change the background. It's going to be very helpful to have it stand out against your video. In this case, I'm going to be pointing at these words, so I will, when I get to the end, I will put them in the right place. Next, check on yourself as much as you check Instagram. So you can see I paused the video and I went and put these all in here for you. Now, if you don't see the color that you want, all you have to do is type your text, hit that eyedropper tool, just like stories, and you can move it around the screen and match it to any color that you see on the screen. So you're not just limited to the colors that you first see that pop up on the screen. Pro tip here, as you saw me just moving the text around the screen, your caption will be down here at the bottom where I'm pointing, and the top of your reel will also be cut off. So try to keep your text closer to the center and away from the very tippy top and the bottom where your caption might block off any text. Now in this example, each one of these words is going to pop up on the beat. So what we want to do is time the text. And on the bottom, all we have to do is click on the word that we want to time and then move the slider to have it appear at that moment. We can have it appear at a certain moment if we move the front of the slider, and if we move the back of the slider, that piece of text will disappear. Now look at the blue check right there. See how it's translucent? That is because I've changed the slider to have it disappear at a certain point, and that's what happens. So it will be its actual bold color when it's present on the screen, and then will be translucent just like that when we've had it set to disappear. Now what I need to do is go to every single word and make sure it times out on the beat so that it looks like the example you're watching on the left. And it's as easy as clicking on the word down below and moving that slider so it times out. All right, we've added our stickers, we've added any drawing tools, and we've added text, and we've timed it out. When you are ready, you just hit that check mark down below and then you hit the arrow to be done. Now we have a choice. We can share this reel directly to stories, or we can share it to our feed, which also will share it to Reels in Explore, which is fantastic because your reel will show up in the Explore tab for people that follow you and maybe for people who don't. I've experimented with both in the past few weeks, and hands down, I'm sharing them to my feed and to Explore. If you do decide to share it to your feed, you're gonna have to write a caption. Come in, write a caption just like you would for any post. Know that the beginning of this caption will show up on the bottom of your reel. But you will want to include hashtags here as well, since this is going to your feed. Now before we share this with the world, we want to hit cover here, and we want to decide what the cover photo is going to be. This is going to be the image you see on your feed that's going to entice people to click. So you're going to choose one, or you can upload one right here at the bottom from your camera roll. We'll hit done, we'll have our caption done, and we will hit that big blue button and we will share. Now if you're not ready to share, all you have to do is hit save as draft. And when you do, it's going to end up in your drafts. Let me show you where that is. So you go to your profile, you go to your Reels tab right here, and your Reels tab will have all the Reels you've already created, but will also have a whole folder of drafts. And you can see I have a lot of drafts here that I've already created. Many of these are actually from my TikTok. So if I wanted to publish that one, I would just go right in and I would hit share. But just for fun, let's publish one together. So here's one that I already created. You can see I already added hashtags. We will choose a cover, and then we will hit share. Okay, there we go. If we click in here, we can see the whole thing. Okay, perfect. And here is where Reels show up. They show up here on Explore. You can see right here, and of course if you don't like the reel that you're seeing, you just swipe down and you'll get another one. If we click right in here, we'll also have a whole feed of different reels. So there you have it, Instagram Reels. You know what it is. You know some ways that you can use it as an artist, and I've got you started with all the buttons so that you can create one today. In fact, I want you to promise me that you are going to go into Instagram today and you will create one. Hop into the comments and say pinky swear so I know you're going to do it, and make sure you connect me on Instagram at Marketing for Actors, and that's the number 4 when you do. Since you're here, I know you like Instagram. So here is a free Instagram class for actors that will help you get your first or next 100 followers. And we're talking about real engaged followers that love what you do. So grab your seat right there. And here's some more videos about Instagram that will also help you. Until next time, I'll see you on social. Bye.